Hey everyone, Wiggles here. In this video, I'm going to show you what I think are the top 10 most fun classes to play in Black Desert Online. There's a ton of different playstyles to play. This is just my list on who's super fun to play and why. I included two classes together if their playstyles were similar. It doesn't mean that they're the exact same though. And don't worry, if you don't see your favorite class here, I'll include all the other classes in the outro. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more guides in Black Desert. Alright, let's get right into it. Starting with number 10, it would have to be Shy. Shys deserve to be on this list because of all the different things you can do on the class. You're able to get ahead life skilling, ride donkeys, alpaca llamas, or even on your own boomerang. Not to mention a musician type healer with the boomerang is really cool alone. The Shy is loved by every party because of her insane buffs, and she unlocks new areas of the game like music and all the Shy specific quests. I highly suggest rolling Shy just to have an AFK Fisher for your family. Other than that, Shys are an amazing support class, and lately there have been some Shys that have shown that they can PvP in Arena of Solaire. They still aren't the best PvP class, but hey, any class can do anything in this game. Number 9 is gonna go to Corsair. Just like Shy, she adds a little bit more to the game as you play her. Her animations are pretty captivating, and her combat feels fluid as you play her as well. It's fun to dash around in the water at full speeds too. Corsairs get sailing buffs and have some great survival mechanics at endgame. Corsairs can dominate a small area in large-scale PvP as well. Being a pirate raised by otters that can transform into a mermaid is a pretty sweet class background too. Corsair makes this list just because of how fun her slippery movement is, mixed with her cool looking animations of wave explosions. Next on the list, number 8, this would go to Wizard and Witch. Wizard and Witch are the classic mage class that makes things go boom. It's super satisfying blasting a huge mob of enemies with a spell like Meteor or Blizzard. I added them in this list because they have a ton of versatility, and if you play them right, they can be insanely fun to play. They are quite a squishy class, so teleporting and healing quickly could be something you have to do a lot until you gear up, and they can be quite a difficult class to pick up since they have so many different spells. But if you're up to the challenge, learning Wizard or Witch will definitely pay off in the long run. Number 7 goes to Dracania. I almost had Warrior here, but I replaced it with Dracania because of how much fun both the Awakening and Succession on Dracania is. Also because of how different the Dracania class is compared to the Warrior class. Dracania is pretty much the new and improved Dragoon from Final Fantasy. Using a Dragon Wing Shield in her Awakening is cool, but probably the most fun thing about Dracania is how fast she can be and how much she can explode mobs while also healing herself a ton. Her unique kit is always fun to play, and it's worth giving her a shot if you've never tried her. Number 6 goes to Ninja and Kunoichi. Ninjas and Kunoichis are masters when it comes to zipping around fast and dueling other players. Ninjas and Kunos also have some of the most single target damage in the game, and being able to stealth to safety is definitely fun to pull off from time to time. Kunoichis can block a bit, whereas ninjas have to rely a bit more on their stealth. But both of them can double jump. Their Awakenings pull out a katana or a chakram, and their weapons definitely change up the original kit by quite a bit. These two are deadly, so don't even try to handle them on your own. Number 5 would have to go to Berserker. Berserkers are a chaotic and fun class to play. Berserkers have some of the most fun abilities in the game. Being able to double jump and explode into a group of people is really fun. Berserker's classic spin to win playstyle is so fun for mindless grinding. They also have multiple grapples and holding skills, including a throwing skill. They have really unique movement and may seem clunky at first, but once you master their skills, you'll be a giant moving wrecking ball through it everywhere you go in Black Desert. Number 4 is Striker and Mystic. Striker and Mystics use their fists and excel in combining their skills together to deal massive damage to the enemy. I put these two so high up in the list because it's really fun to land a big combo on the enemies, or simply doing the Q to left mouse button slam on enemy mobs. Personally, something that stands Black Desert Online out from other MMOs for me is the combat system. I love how reactive this class feels as a melee class. Not to mention both these classes have really unique awakenings, which change up their gameplay a lot as well. These two are great in all parts of the game and can hold their own in a PvP setting. If you like the classic martial artists, definitely give one of these two a try. You won't regret it. Number 3 goes to Ranger and Archer. If we're talking about responsive combat, I've always found Ranger and Archer to be very fun for that reason. I love grinding areas on both these classes because of their evasion shot. You can zip around the map burning either your stamina or your mana and kill all the enemies before they even get close to you. No one on the PvP battlefield even gets close to an archer unless they think they have an opportunity. These two are quite squishy, so they have to use their movement to their advantage, but all their skills make the class feel whole. I would put the Ranger up higher than Archer in funness, just because of how responsive she can be with her evading and her CC, but Archer's quick devastating shots are really fun to play as well. It can be hard to manage your stamina and your mana properly, but learning these classes is highly rewarding. Number 2 goes to Tamer. Tamer is one of my favorite classes to play because the Hailing Beast is such a fun addition to a class. I like how you can use the Hailing to stun someone who stunned you. Riding the Beast around is super fun too, and you get a massive defense buff while riding. Tamer's Awakening is really fast, and the combat can be a little bit harder to pull off, but it feels very fluid. The succession makes everything easier, buffing your Hailing even more too. It's fun to combo your abilities with your Beast, and it's also fun to buff yourself with the Beast power. The extra jump on the Tamer can open up new areas of the map too. Number 1 is gonna go to Valkyrie. Valkyrie is my all-time favorite class for so many reasons. Ever since the game first released in North America, I was drawn to how tanky she is while still having good self-heals. The Awakening's lance is super cool looking, and it's fun to just hold right mouse button and space to sweep over mob after mob. Many people don't like her movement that much, since Valkyries don't compare to classes like the Warrior when it comes to speed. Valkyries can also feel clunky if you don't know how the movement combos work. I love all the spells the Valk has. They can stun from afar, heal themselves a couple different ways, they can block, and they can buff themselves and their team with super useful skills like 50% less damage taken. I love feeling like Captain America at throwing the shield with the classic spear combo. Q backwards, E backwards, and Q backwards. Recently I hurt my left pinky and now I genuinely can't do that combo anymore, but that combo is really fun to use. Valks are the classic paladin and they're gender locked to female, so they definitely aren't for everyone. But I find everything about their kit to be super fun. What class would you put as number 1? Leave a comment on what you would change from this list. I'm curious what you'd think. Now for the last segment, sad violin music featuring all the classes that didn't make it.